Something weird was going on
Alright,
last
let's
night,
get the
Secret. We
image.
won like all
What?
of our league games.
Oh, that's because I
Like,
was there.
it's very strange. True, but still very strange. It never happens.
No, when my autopilot plays, we win games. But as soon as I start playing on a normal basis and my autopilot's no longer taking over, trust me, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
I think it was a combination of that and the fact that we had some really good teammates actually.
Yeah, that Aurelian Soul was doing some work for a spot
Aurelian
lane.
was decent. I don't know if you were in the game with the Anivia, but we had an Anivia
Yeah, the Anivia
who
was a boss at the end of the game. I didn't see their early game, so I couldn't
yeah.
really.
I couldn't remember which games you were in because Pluto and I played more after with or Pluto Max and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Anivia was like actually smurfing.
Who smurfs in normal games?
I don't know. Anyway, sorry, we can start Pathfinder.
Yeah, yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Let me get you guys all on the map here. Huh. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Y'all remember what you were doing?
Yeah, where were we?
We know that there's different
Oh.
shard pieces: the dark place and the light place. Arya and Bleak.
No,
it
we
looks
were
like
we were gonna go see the
we're
sage
gonna get
guy.
a bow at. Oh, wait, what sage guy?
We're going across
Master
this
Roshi.
bridge
In the
and
mountains.
there was a sage that the princess told us
Well, the
about.
princess told you that she knew
Oh, the
of a
one with the
sage.
challenge.
She doesn't know if the sage is
Yeah.
still there because of world events, but yeah. That reminds me, I need to open something.
That's where we're going.
To open Sasabai.
I maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought we were gonna go to like the port and take a boat to the Aria.
You are.
That's just later. I don't remember this
Uh,
sage thing.
Oh. Trying to find my NPC codex, but it's lost. Oh, there it is. Alright, okay, cool. No. Let me change that because it doesn't stand out for you guys and you're comparing it to something else. This token, we'll just use the
I think the
pink
blue diamond in the
flags.
north. Star Fox.
It wasn't a diamond, it was a flag.
Oh, sorry. She changed the color to the, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is
Okay.
what I was talking about.
Okay, the one that was there now is back as pink. Okay.
I remember the sage coming up, and I remember that we had made plans to go there, but I don't remember what his information was going to be. He knew stuff about something, but I don't remember what that something was.
She told
Had something to
you
do with white dragons.
that she is a white dragon too, and that she did training with a sage over there.
Right. Okay.
But she was also a little girl when that happened.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see. Maybe he can. We were told we don't get to turn into dragons as white dragons.
She
I
didn't
remember that.
say that.
I thought she did.
Not specifically like you don't get to.
Right, but being a,
miss, I think
being a white dragon doesn't mean you can turn into a white dragon or whatever,
Right.
something like that.
I think the issue is there are dragons in the white dragon community.
Yeah.
They have the ability to turn into humans. It's not the other way around.
Okay. That makes that's what I remember. I said it a little different, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Let's see here. It is, you guys probably want to stay at the, place here, so it's,
Oh, did the king ever recover? I don't recall.
been an entire month.
Or is he still
You
sick?
guys didn't go and see him. Or at least he didn't request to. You.
Well,
Well,
I just asked
No,
how
we
he was
did
doing.
I
see
mean,
him.
you saw him, but
I
like
talked
you
to
haven't
him
saw
and I was
him.
disappointed with his response. Remember, I gave him shit because he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna send guys." I remember.
You haven't
talked to
seen
He's
him
okay.
afterwards to talk
He's
to
a piece of
him,
shit,
but
he's okay.
The princess is still the one that's currently in charge, though, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's what we decided. That talking to her was more useful than talking to the old man.
true. So yeah, if there's any things you would like to do in town before you head out, it's gonna be about 6-day travel to get to Tantar if you plan on taking the road.
What about
Okay.
Tentar? How long is it to Tentar if we don't want to go to Tentar?
6 days and 1 minute.
Oh shit. Okay.
East Tantar. Oh, Tantar and Tantar. Ah, okay, I see.
Okay,
don't-
yeah. I
don't
mean,
have
I
the
think
map
we'll
up.
get rations.
Someone said they were gonna open up the map for everyone, but then didn't open up the map for me.
Oh, I got the map opened.
I've
For
got
me?
it too.
I don't know how to do
special.
this shit.
I
So
shared
I'm just
it.
looking
Yeah,
at
I
my
opened it.
character sheet.
Let me force it again.
Otherwise, you can see the name of the map. Once it's open, is Map World
Found it.
BOF. If you go to the Images and Maps button on the right, you can
She already
search.
pushed it. It's fine.
Right, I'm just saying for the future, if you need it, you
I
can
would
search
never
in
do
the
that.
Images and
I
Maps
would
menu
always,
and open
I
it.
would always be like, "Deadly secrets, make it happen." 'Cause I'm not gonna do all of that you just said.
Yeah, I mean, I normally agree, but in the case of a world map we use throughout a game,
I don't think
handy to be able
IS5
to
wants
open
to
it when you need.
think too much this morning, so yeah.
Okay.
So we'll excuse him on overthinking things. Okay, so yeah, you guys, any last things you want to do in Windia before you leave? You have an entire day. Well, not an entire day, but like half a day left, still. Before the timestamp I put in chat. But, I'm sure you guys want to leave in the morning unless you don't want to. Then that's fine.
Yeah, I think just buy trail ration kind of food and
I don't-
sort of thing.
Yep, that sounds good.
So, maybe I'll subtract a gold piece, and I don't know how much. I think a ration's a silver piece a day or something.
It's not
I'll
I'm
subtract a
too
gold
going
and
to
expensive.
do
close enough.
apothecary work. I'm going to help people who need treatment, like checking up on the kobolds and stuff like that.
Ah, yes, the kobolds. Okay, Boy continues treating the kobolds, all the way up till you guys leave in the morning. And, they've grown very fond of you, Boy. Almost like, preschoolers loving their teacher.
Cute. I've never seen kobolds until the day before, so he's still learning about them.
Yep. Yeah, I guess you don't know a whole lot about kobolds in general, but these ones seem to be very, friendly. Like, curious and friendly and eager. Looks like they want to be helpful.
Um, I mean, they can help me help them.
Yeah, if you ever, like, tell one to, like, go take this cup over to that one or something, they'll be, like, very eager to, like, do these things for you. Little helpers.
Yeah. But I don't talk to them because I can't talk to them because I'm mute.
Yeah.
I just make sounds sometimes.
That's fine. They make sounds back, like click-clacking, draconic noises.
Yep, I don't understand what they're saying in Draconic unless there's kobolds that try to translate.
Nope. No.
I guess most of my communication with them is hands-on and body language.
Yeah. Any other things anybody wants to do before you guys leave, Windia?
Not for me.
Nope.
Think so.
I'm good.
Um, were we with? How did the Windians relate to the artifacts? Were they supposed to keep them for us or hide them for us? We came
Ones
here
we
because
have.
of something to do with the artifacts. Yeah,
I think
but
we
I don't
gave our
remember.
artifacts to them. I
What
think we
we
were
didn't
keeping our
know.
artifacts.
The King of Camelon told you to talk to the King of Windia because he would know more about the white dragons and keys and stuff.
We did that though, right?
Well, you tried to talk to the king, and he seems to be like, I don't know, senile, I guess you can say. So you ended up talking to Nina, and you did get information from her. I don't know if it's the information you're looking for, but
Right. That's how we learned about the two pieces, the light and the dark piece.
yeah. She knows where those two keys are, because they're kind of obvious. They kind of stand
Okay.
out.
And there were 7. We have 2. We know where 2 more are, so 3 are still missing.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
There's
this
got
is
to be
kind of
one
a
in
big
Agua. Look
picture
at that.
question.
Look at
I've
that stone in the lake. That's a key. Agua key. Get it.
kind of had a question here.
I'm
Is
just
like,
kidding.
What's up?
if these keys are, spread around the world and should be somewhat protected, why are we trying to like collect them? Is that
Well,
So they don't.
endangering
they're
them
not
more to put them
protected
all in one
though.
place?
The black dragons seem to know where they are and are actively looking for them.
Collecting things is fun.
Yeah.
Well, they may
True.
not know where they are. You don't know if they know where they are, but they are certainly actively looking for them, so it seems.
They're going through the towns and looking, and it's okay.
Well, it seemed that they know, like, they might not know specifically where they are, but it seemed that they knew, like, there was one in Camelon. They knew about the one in Windia because the 2 black dragons actually found the cave where the dagger was hidden, even though they got caught by the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we don't think they're safe where they are, so we're taking them, and we think we need to protect them. / we need to find people who can protect them, like the white dragons, who should be the ones protecting them.
Mm-hmm.
Newsflash:
Something
we
like
are
that.
the white dragons.
We will take the god of destruction for ourselves and bring
Or
order
that.
to this world.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Well, that's
you
the
do
thing.
you.
It's like, the the video game where it means like, oh, we're gonna collect all the keys, then destroy the god of destruction ourselves. But like, that's not what our characters would be thinking at this
Oh,
point.
what
Instead,
happens
it's
in the
a
video
fiction
game?
story.
No way in hell could I get to happen in a Pathfinder
Yeah.
game. No way in hell would the players like do what actually happens in the video game. Which I'm not going to talk about because
Right,
it's
I got it,
spoilers, but yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I feel like that's a cop out, Deadly, and you could make anything happen.
I mean,
as
if
long
you
as
guys
the
end
game
up
allows it.
doing what
I
happens in the
don't- I
video
don't
game, I'll be
accept that answer,
surprised.
okay.
I'll be really
I
surprised.
didn't mean this video game specifically. I just meant in video games in general. But yeah.
Well, video game.
Okay.
I mean, I played video games where it's like, you know, you get to that certain cut scene and you're looking at your characters doing stuff and you're like,
Why are you
Really?
doing that?
Like-
Yeah.
after everything you know and everything you've done and gone through, this is your decision?
Right?
What?
Exactly.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, if in the end I'm a memory of Xanarkand and just a part of Sin, I quit and I'll never play another Pathfinder with you ever again. Okay, how dare you?
You will not be in Xanarkand, I promise you. Unless you guys somehow take a very, very wrong turn. Like a deck of many things kind of wrong turn. Which
Okay.
does
so
not
anyways,
exist in this
we're-
world. And don't
we're
plan on
headed
making
out,
it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like, I'm gonna make wondrous items. Let's make a deck of many things. Shit, how
I've actually
is
never
that
read
even
the
expensive?
page on what that does, but I've just heard from you guys that it does crazy things.
They're just cards. You know, you pull a card out and it does something very obnoxious. More bad than good.
I'll be back. I gotta go to the bathroom. You keep explaining the card.
Yeah. I think game masters like
I
to
mean,
incorporate
there's-
it because it's funny to watch players
There's, like,
get tormented by their
Toned
own.
down decks of many things that
Yeah,
you know that
I
you
guess
can
that's
use
true.
that don't quite have the impact that some of the cards do. But if we're talking like the the archetypical deck of many things, stuff that it can do can range from you pulling a card that gives you like 10,000 gold worth of like wealth like on the spot to having like an NPC that you knew betraying you. You could inherit a castle somewhere.
But you get
don't know where it is,
teleported
but
to
you become
it?
a lord.
No, you get
Lose
teleported immediately
10,000
to your castle.
XP and draw again. What the hell?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh
pretty
my
major effects from this. But then you could also just get your soul trapped on another plane. Or there's a card
I think
that
the biggest problem
spawns
with
a
the
dread
deck-
wraith that you have to kill solo.
Is that it'll
Yeah, I would
split
never
the
drop this
party.
deck. What the hell?
Yeah, like
is stupid.
more often than not, it'll one way or another, it will end up splitting the party, and then the players and the game master now have to deal with this like situation.
Yeah, that looks dumb. Okay.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
It's the ultimate.
I don't know why
campaign
people like
trailer.
it, but yeah.
I think it works as a tool if the GM is going to control which card or cards are drawn. But it doesn't work if you're just doing it
There's
pure
no
RNG.
fun if it's being controlled though.
Right.
Well, it's because
It's for the
people enjoy the
flavor.
chaos.
Yeah. I think it's for like a sandbox game that doesn't actually have a story, and they're like, well, let's use this as like to drive us somewhere, or I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. So, any last things you guys want to do at Windia? Final. Or do you not want to leave Windy at all? I mean, nobody said you had to leave it in the morning. Oh.
we want to go to Tantar Tuntar and then to the port, maybe see the sage. Yeah.
All
let's
right.
do it.
Then it's the morning, and you guys are free to travel wherever you'd like.
Okay.
Now, the bridge
We go to
is
Agua. No, I'm kidding.
huge. This is almost like
I second that.
this is almost like Like the Magnamar bridge that's broken, except for it's not broken. It's a full-on working gigantic bridge.
I was going to mention that is a
Cool.
huge looking bridge.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so big that when you guys
Is it-
are on it, you feel like
is it the
ants.
kind of bridge where you can like decide the fate? Like is it one of those bridges where like you would have like a world changing duel? Is it one of those bridges? Like the scenery and everything, the wind, just everything just makes you think like, man, if I were gonna have one duel to end all things or make something happen, it's gonna happen on this bridge, or is it just a regular bridge?
That's up to you to interpret, but this bridge is so big that perhaps even gods could walk across it.
No, boring.
Nobody knows the size
It's a
of
boring
gods.
bridge, guys. Gods are not real.
Yeah, I check up on the kobolds before I leave, and then I leave them with
Okay.
my blessing, I guess.
Okay, you do so. And they're sad to see you go, but they let you go.
Yep.
Alright, travel perceptions then, if we're gonna travel.
Okay.
Why? I'm busy.
Vocal kitty.
Yeah. I looked at him and now he's like, hi! Alright. It looks like you guys' first day of travel is eventless. So I'm going to assume that you guys are heading towards Tantar. If you choose to go off-road at any reason, just let me know.
Just give
Okay.
us a reason. Hey.
Well, that's up to you. Is there any
Let's search for hidden chests in the nooks and crannies of these mountains.
things you guys want
That's
to
what you do
do
in video
during
games,
the day
right?
of traveling? This game didn't really have chests. Like, you could go into the houses, and some of the houses had like dresser drawers, and you can take stuff in there. But they didn't really have like treasure chests and stuff laying randomly around the
I don't
world.
think people would be very welcoming if we just went into their houses and
Yeah.
took their stuff.
Yeah. Well,
That's a pretty munchkin thing to do.
Here's the thing, though. They gotta fucking stop me. You know what I'm saying? I got that great sword, so hey, I'm taking your shit. What? I don't want you to take my shit. Nah, I'll slice you in half.
It's not very paladin-like of you.
Nothing I've done this whole campaign has been very paladin-like of me. Let's all just get over it, okay?
That's
and
not
move on
true.
with our lives.
You've been very paladin-like.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so
if you aren't paladin-like, you lose your paladin powers. So,
I don't.
That could
Listen,
be
and
fun.
originally I wanted to be a great weapon fighter because paladin is like you got to play this straight and narrow path that's very difficult. I just wanted to have a crit on 19 and 20. That's all I wanted. But here I am,
mean,
a
that's-
paladin.
any
So-
class can do that.
Alright, so it's the evening. I'm gonna keep those perceptions for your guys' nighttime watches.
Okay. Works for me.
Okay. During the evening on the first watch, I don't know how you interpret it, but it's going to happen very quickly. A centaur races by, but does not stop.
Ooh.
But the centaur seems to be going, like, this way. So they end up taking.
Aren't
Okay,
they?
to like the northwest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Centaurs assaulted Nanya, didn't they? They were from the other valley. Do they make notice of us? Stop, look in our direction?
It's
Does it look like he's running in terror from something?
It's a single centaur, and he does not stop, and it's nighttime, so you can't really discern their facial expressions. So you're not really sure. It wasn't like a death run. They're just galloping past.
I've never
Hey,
actually
look,
seen a centaur before.
galloping past. Woo.
Yeah, who was on the first watch? Let me see here. Order.
I don't
Aaron
remember our
Axis.
watch
That's
order.
Aaron Axis. Yeah.
Okay.
Then, out of an abundance of caution, I will wake everybody up just in case something's chasing the centaur.
Okay. You wake everybody up, but nothing more happens after that.
Hmm. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about this area, so that could just be a normal thing that happens. I don't know.
We
Yeah.
saw a bunch of
And
what we thought were centaur tracks going, what, past Windia?
Well, they
Narnia.
were going to it and from it.
I believe we were
Oh, it was
told that the
Narnia.
centaurs
You're
were
right, it was
involved in the
Narnia.
attack on Nanya.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
But then just seeing one alone here doesn't. Yeah, that's weird, but maybe it's normal.
We've had zero interaction with them so far. This is our first, I guess, our first-hand experience.
Of course, going north is on its way to Romero, but there's a lot of distance between here and there.
Okay, I think it's good of you to wake us up. But I guess there's no danger right now, so I'm gonna go back to sleep.
It doesn't come back, does it? I don't know. I mean, I'll stay up and take a little bit of a look out from Aaron Axis, I guess. See if the centaur comes back. Do we have like a little fire in our camp?
Um,
I think you have two
I
options
assume we have a
here,
small
right?
fire,
If you want to know
but-
about the centaur, you gotta follow the centaur. If you want to just spend the night, you just go back to sleep and you forget about the centaur. But like I don't think looking around is gonna do anything.
nothing more happens. The centaur never comes back. I assume you guys have a fire.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if we did
Yes.
follow the centaur, we might find something.
Well, typically people don't mention things unless there's a point, right? So if it... I don't really give a shit about the centaur, so I'm fine to do whatever, but thank you for waking me up. Now I'm going back to sleep.
I would have liked to have seen it, but oh well.
No.
Maybe we'll get a chance and see another centaur.
Yep. Okay, back to sleep.
Okay, you continue your guys' watches and rest, and it is the next day.
Okay. Onward, we travel.
Okay, new perceptions for the day.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys get through another day of travel and you reach a river. There is a bridge. I think I forgot to put the bridge on the image, but there is a bridge.
Okay.
Uh,
A
to the
much smaller
sides.
bridge.
There you go. And it's the evening again, and you guys set up camp, and you go through the evening with no encounters. And it is the next
Okay.
day.
Dang. Things going well.
Too well.
So we carry on. Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yes.
And
Alright.
every day I check up on the state of my fox in this crystal.
Oh no.
So
Oh
what do?
boy.
You look at the crystal?
Yeah, I look at the crystal.
Yeah.
I want to keep seeing if the fox is in there and what it's doing today, like a
What
Tamagotchi
does the
pet or
fox
something.
say?
Yeah. Every time you look at the crystal, anytime you do see the fox, it looks like it's only frolicking through a field. So you don't really get any other imagery other than that.
Okay. I'll occasionally like look out around where we are just to see if like there's some chance that the field it's in like matches where we are.
Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize any fields or anything so far.
Okay.
All right, new day, new perception. Keep you on your toes.
I think I already rolled for today, or do you want another one?
All right. No, that's fine. We got that.
Okay.
Okay. Today, while you guys are traveling, you find you guys will all notice this, but it's also going to notice you at the same time. And you guys can do whatever you like. Give me a second here if I can. Oh, I'm not looking at the images. I need the image window open. You guys see in the middle of the road, eating at something, a grizzly bear.
Oh, those are big.
Probably, walk the other way.
What would you like to do?
With a good look, can I see what it's eating? Is it eating another animal?
You can't tell. You're not that close. If you get closer, you might startle it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is up
Do
to
you have
you.
any experience with bears, boy?
I shake my head, but it fascinates me. Is there anything close enough to it that one could hide behind to avoid startling it?
There
If
are
one were so
trees,
stealthy.
Why?
but it already saw you, so it knows you're there.
Okay.
It just
But it
hasn't
doesn't, it's not
reacted to
moving.
you yet. So
Do we
I'm
have to
giving
poke
you
the bear?
some.
Is this
I'm giving
gonna
you a moment
happen?
to decide what you'd like
Or
to
can we...
do, but it's not gonna. If you look at it and it's looking at you, you don't think it's just gonna stay there and mind its own business. So I'm giving you a chance to figure something out before something happens.
So okay, so I kind of put my hands up to the party to signal that give me a moment and uh remain where you are.
Okay.
because it's whatchamacallit. If the bear becomes startled, then yeah, we have to be the ones to do something first about it.
Yeah.
So I'll
I just
I'll
would walk
try
away from the
to
bear.
that too. In fact, you know what? You guys should do that. Just walk away from the bear and let me see if this goes wrong.
Bear's an apex predator, brother. I don't know what notes you're trying to collect, but you're gonna get mauled.
It's a possibility. But if that happens, then so be it.
So what is boy gonna do?
I have been given a gift, and I must use this gift.
What
I'm
is the
gonna try
gift?
and wild empathy it.
It's not common sense, though, right? Not that
Okay.
gift.
It's actually so much common sense that it's not the kind of common sense that normal people would use. It's druidic
So
sense.
not common sense is what you're saying.
It's druid
It's
common
wilderness
sense.
survival.
No, trust me, poking a bear is the opposite of survival.
All right.
I'm Bear
So
Grylls
what are you
right
gonna
now.
do or say, or how are you gonna do this? You're approaching it. You're wild empathying, but what, how?
So I am gesturing and posturing in a way that only druids can to affect the attitude of the animal. I'm trying to make it friendly towards me so that it will not be spooked or threatened by my presence.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. See if it's a 1d20 and I add my druid level and my charisma, which is just 3 here. Okay, not terrible. And this is based on the animal's whatchamacallit, its starting attitude towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And it uses all the regular modifiers like its charisma and stuff like that. It's just a static number.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of the time people are banking on the whatchamacallit. Animals don't have a very high charisma, so they usually have low diplomacy thing.
Well, it's unfriendly to you right now, which means that the DC is a flat 20 plus the charisma
Mhm.
modifier, which I already implemented, and even with that, you did not
Okay.
change its mind. So it starts to roar and growl at you. You guys can go ahead and roll initiative. And I'm still working on trying
We'll
to
see
get
if
a
we
map
can
for.
calm it.
Let's see. Uh, do I not have like a basic trail map? Oh, what? There it is. It's not the biggest map, but it's a map.
Yeah.
It's a map with graves.
I guess, yeah, those are what those three things are. Maybe.
So you guys are hanging back. And in order for Boyd to do what he's doing, he has to be 30 feet from
Yeah.
this thing. Okay, so what do you guys do?
Who's up first?
Can I just leave?
We're
Do I have
missing
to be a part of
initiative
this? Like, do I have to be?
from Tiberius.
Because I don't want to initiate with this bear. I didn't want anything to do with this bear. I said let's walk away from it. Now I'm in a fight with a bear, and I don't understand. Like every time there's an animal, we have to take 30 minutes to try to talk to it, and it's just getting like tedious at this point. This is all out of character, by the way. But like, this is like what? What is the point of this bear fight? What are we even fucking doing? Who gives a shit? It's a bear. Can we like get to the fucking
Highest
next part of the
5?
story? I hate this.
Highest 5. This is how Pathfinder works. If you have a problem with it, you can go.
I just don't understand. Like we
The-
tried to
the
talk to
point of the
boars, we tried to
bears-
talk to every animal.
Well,
Like, no
Boy
animal
is
so far has
character
talked to you.
developing.
Experiences in the game. Like, this is how your character levels up and gets experience, right? You can't.
What do we
play game and
glean
not
from this
level up it.
experience though?
We're getting
Boy
experience
is
points.
getting character development.
Like actual. Yeah, and also Boy's trying to develop his character of trying to be a friend of nature.
I understand that like that's how you're
Like,
role
not-
playing your druid.
Not everything
just-
is
I-
primary storyline.
Yeah, not everything's gonna be story.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you don't want to fight the bear, then you don't have to. But the bear's gonna fight you guys.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
we're
fight
not
the
forced to fight it. We can try and make friends with it. We can try and run away. Like, but the thing is we need to be in rounds and combat because the bear can outrun us probably if we try and run away. So like, if we move 30 feet and on our turn and it moves 60 feet, then we can't outrun it. And so the rounds.
We
and
never
being
had
in
to engage
combat
this bear to
lets us
begin with.
Play that.
You want to talk to every animal in the game. Every
It
animal.
already saw us, so it saw us. If we say we run away, Secret would still say you go into rounds and you try and run away.
All
Right? She was just giving us.
I'm new. I'm new to
option
Pathfinder.
to
Like maybe
say
I
what we're
don't
doing
get it, but
first.
like I don't know. Like, this is.
All right,
Okay,
let's
here's
just go
my
into rounds.
initiative.
Go ahead and roll initiatives.
Yeah, if you want to run away, you can in character say, "Let's run away," and then the party will probably try and run away, and we can see what
Well,
happens.
as a paladin, it's not my job to fight every animal in the wilderness that you want to talk to, right?
No, it's not.
Like I'm here
And
because
Boy
I'm
doesn't
trying to
wanna
serve a
fight it
higher
either.
purpose, and like every animal we encounter, I end up getting almost mauled or killed by because you got to talk to it, and I don't like it. It's not fair for me. Like I understand you're a druid, but it's not fair for the rest of the party to almost die to every animal because you have this need to like discuss what with it.
Hold
What?
on.
You're
So
making it
the
sound like
bear
this
has
is happening
already
all the
seen us?
time, and this isn't
Right?
happening
The
all the
bear has
time, so I don't
already
know where you're
engaged
coming
us?
from.
So it's not Boy's fault.
It has
Like,
happened
the
so many
situation-
times that now I'm saying something about it. That's
How many
why.
times
That's
has this
because
happened?
The
honestly,
situation has
We had the
already
boars,
happened,
and then what
Highest.
else? What
Like,
other
it's
animals?
already going to attack
the
us.
boars, the kobolds, any other animal that isn't human in nature, we have to like do like a half-hour story arc about it. Like, why?
All right, 5. I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe this isn't for you, if that's how you're perceiving all of this. This is not a video game, so you're not going to get the video game experience. So if you're expecting
I'm not
story
looking for a
arcs
video
constantly,
game experience. I just want like something that like I want people like okay when I roleplay never mind, fuck it, I'm not, you know what, never mind, I'm just gonna go. You guys have a good day.
Okay. Boy, it is your turn.
That was came out of nowhere, I thought, but
He's hungover. He
I had a
spent
feeling it
all
was gonna
night last
happen
night
eventually.
drinking, and yep. So in case you guys didn't know, he is
He's very
hungover.
unstable.
yeah, I think I don't know, whatever. I have my own thoughts and opinions, but whatever. He made his decision.
Yep, nope, that's fine. Boy, what would you like to do? The bear looked up at you
Find a new
from its
player.
food and it's growling at you.
Get Caffeine to play with us.
Oh, shoot.
How long are we gonna play though without him?
Hmm? How long what?
How long are we gonna play without him?
I don't know. I'll figure
Because
something
now we're
out.
down to 3 players.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay. I'm gonna try to calm animals on it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wait, what are
Okay.
you rolling?
That's the maximum number of hit die this spell can affect when I cast it.
Oh, it's
It's
variable.
2d4
Okay.
plus 3 hit die.
That's
So we'll
interesting. I
see
didn't
if
know that.
it's more than 5, then it won't affect it.
Do I need to roll a save or anything as well, or?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna hit the button.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Oh shit, he auto-saved.
And I still have a move, so
So that's
I'm going
negates
to
then? Okay.
move. I'm gonna move back 30 feet.
Alright, you guys see Boy coming
Back
back, he's
closer
like,
to
it
the
didn't
group.
work, it didn't work. Air Axis?
Were we going to leave?
I don't know.
What does Boy say he wants to do? He says it didn't work.
Okay, well, I'm standing back here. I'll delay. I'll delay to see what the bear does. Since Boy is retreating, we'll see if the bear stays there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run with Boy. We're leaving Boy behind.
Alright, Gigi?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna double move up to try and like um, be as near Boy as I can here to, bears. If they're faced with one person, then they might attack. But maybe if there's two people, I guess he sees all four of us. But if we pose a bigger threat, we make ourselves big and look strong, then maybe he'll back
Could
off.
try to
So
intimidate it.
Maybe?
I'll come up here and try and yeah, I can't do the action intimidate because I had a double move here, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and help protect Boy with the double move up here.
Alright, I think Tiberius will do the same thing. He'll, double move up and, look all scary.
And Star Fox, if you wanted to take your action now to do the same, you could before the bear axe. Just saying.
I guess if that is the plan, it is what I'll do. And I might as well cast this too.
And Guru Gigi's like, "Stay back, you beast."
Is that your voice?
His little halfling high pitched voice. Yeah.
Alright. Well, this bear don't care about your group gathering.
Dang.
It's gonna, let's see what its move speed is first here. Okay. It's gonna move to here. And then as an intimidate, it's going to intimidate Boy, because it can only intimidate one person. It's gonna try to intimidate Boy. with its roar to back off.
And it stands up on
And
its
I don't think
hind
you guys
legs.
are.
Bears,
I don't think
bears
you're
do that all the
intimidated.
time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think that worked out very well. But it's trying to state its case to you guys. Boy?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm going to hide behind something. Like,
Hmm.
can I, like, get over... Where can I move? Oh, I guess it doesn't have to be a single move. I can double move. I can hide behind, like, this rock, I guess.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I am remaining hidden now, out of sight of the
Boy just flees completely. He's like, run!
Yeah, he's
Oh.
timid.
You guys are all moving up. We'll stand
We
with
all
you,
come up to
boy!
defend, and Boy's like, run away! That's fine.
Airnex.
Okay, that's the plan. I'm willing to go with the plan.
Yeah, see, there you go.
You flee as well.
I don't know what the plan is.
Yeah, I'm not sure
The
either.
plan is to assure the bear that its message has been received, and that way it feels respect. It feels respected by us. And maybe that will endear the bear.
Okay,
Are animals affected by, like, for example, a cause fear, if I want to cast that? Or would it not work
I
because
unless it's
it's
immune
not
to
so.
fear,
strong
it
enough?
should, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cast cause fear on it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roar at it as I do so. That's gonna be like my
Oh my
vocal
god.
component. Roar! And it has succeeded. Will save DC 16.
It's like a kitten trying to roar. Okay.
It
Yeah,
saves.
there's
It
nothing.
saves. This bear is a boss.
Well,
And then we'll
the
move
nice
back
thing
20
is that
feet.
it's still shaken for one round, even if it succeeds on the will
Oh,
save.
true. Yeah, I was hoping it would, like,
So it does do
get frightened,
something.
but it is shaken for one round. There it is.
Yay.
And it's shaking because it's laughing on the inside from the display it just saw.
Tiberius is
what's
gonna
why
come
it's shaking.
here and take a total defense. Okay. The shaken bear doesn't seem like it's scared, but it roars at you guys one more time and then starts to make its way back towards whatever it was chomping on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it was just defending its territory or something. Its food.
So what would you guys like to do?
I think we continue to back off then if it's doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to go around off the road, go through the forest a little bit, like take a wide circle around it.
Okay, if you don't engage it, it doesn't engage you any further.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, I nod my head at that.
Okay. So we, back off, take a wide circle around it, and try and avoid it.
When you
Go
got
off
up there,
the-
did you
the
see what
path.
it was eating?
Oh, did I get a look at what it was eating?
To be fair, it's too eaten up to really get a good look, but it seemed like some sort of bird, perhaps.
Was it like a large
Okay.
bird? Enough for a bear?
It's a bird. Does it I don't
Okay.
I don't have
Or
anything
just plain.
complicated to give you guys, so I don't know. Do you want it? Do you want to take the bird from it? We can go
No,
back
no.
into rounds.
No.
Okay.
it's just if it was a centaur, it would be interesting. I
No, it
think.
was
Or
not
if
a
it was like a
centaur.
little child or something.
No, no, not a
Or
child.
like a child. Yeah.
No, no, just
Okay.
just
Okay.
a
Okay. And
prey, normal
just some
prey,
animal. That's fine.
everyday prey. Yeah. It could be a child bird though. I don't know. Okay, well then, yeah, if you guys avoid it entirely and you don't disturb its meal, it doesn't go after you guys. It just happily enjoys its food.
Okay, yeah, I will respect the bear and not disturb it. And I have like a look of whatchamacallit, of he's like, phew, that could have gone much worse. His facial expression acknowledges that that did not go well, but at least no one got hurt.
True.
Except the animal that the bear is eating. But yep.
Tiberius is ranting about why are there always animals?
Out here in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the woods there are animals. It's a crazy thing.
Tiberius spent most of his time in the village.
I mean, I guess so, but didn't we all?
I
You
spend most of
ventured
my
out.
time like meditating out on a mountain hilltop.
True. Guru Gigi did
Mm.
go out often too. You just never left the foot of the land, I guess you can say, because it kind of looks like a foot. Yeah. All right. So it's evening arrives, and you guys probably set up camp again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nothing occurs during the evening, and it is the next day. And during your travels, you reach a point where it looks like an army of footprints had gone off the road into what looks like Forest of Sorrow. I guess you guys don't know that's its name, but it looks like an army of footprints came from Tantar and up into the forest.
Did these look like people, humanoid footprints, or non-humanoid footprints?
Or hooves.
They're humanoid.
Okay.
Only one direction?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not too interested, I guess.
Well, remember, back in Narnia, the people of the city were herded away for some purpose. So now I'm
Yeah.
concerned that the people of Tantar and Tuntar are
True.
being, you know,
I guess what we need to do is go to
enslaved.
to Tantar and see if it's abandoned,
Yeah, I guess
like Narnia
so.
was. I don't know.
That'd be, yeah, let's do that.
Unless you
before
want
we
to just
start wandering
follow
off in the
random
woods.
footprints into a forest. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go. Random.
I don't know how to interpret it without maybe the people of this town will know why we would see so many footprints.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's keep going for now.
Okay. So you
Mhm.
guys
I think we should
observe it,
check on the
and you
town.
carry on. All right. So there is going to be no encounters for the next 2 days, but you guys do get to the town on the 14th. Oh, oops. I gotta click the correct buttons to make the correct things happen. There we go. Okay. And you arrive at the town, and one thing that you immediately notice when you get there is that the river is dried up. There is no water flowing through that river.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
All right, you
That's
arrive
not
at
good.
town, and you notice that the townsfolk that are out and about doing their little town things, they're all like wolf people. They all look like adlets, I guess you can say.
Yay.
And
Did that big march of footprints, like the 2 days that we're heading to the town, the road is still covered by all the footprints?
yeah, you see those footprints.
Okay. Hmm. I guess I'll ask one of the townsfolk about them.
Okay. Who are you gonna
Did
gather
a
info?
large. Oh, yeah, okay. I can roll a die for that.
Any specific questions you're looking for?
I will also try and gather information.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Yeah, I ask about the large group of people
Um,
coming through here.
Okay.
Oh boy, yeah.
Between the two of you guys, you learn that this village is currently at the mercy of the other village. And you find out that an army of black dragons had come through here and they made demands. And the demands were for
Uh-oh.
the chieftain of Tuntar to relinquish the key to the stone robot. But the chief of Tuntar is refusing to do so. And because of that, the Dark Dragons had blocked off our water. Our wells still have water, but we don't know for how long. We can live off of just wells only. And to top it all off, we were supposed to have a wedding.
That's a lot of problems.
So we don't know what to do
They've
because
got
we're not in
99 problems.
control.
So the
I
other
tried to,
village joined them?
No, the chief of Tuntar apparently holds an artifact so powerful to control a stone robot that the Dark Dragons are making demands that he give it over, but he's refusing.
I
Okay. Well, this is still relevant to us. We might need that artifact.
And the robot.
And
The
the
golem?
robot, yes. Oh, too bad Pluto's not here. Well,
Ah!
I missed the robot
I actually
from...
thought of Pluto for this one. I was like, this'll make up for that other robot, I'm sure.
as a bronze sentinel.
Good old Bronze Sentinel. uh, yeah, they need to rework that item. It's worded terribly.
I think it's I think it's fine. You just let the players control it. I think the
Well,
whole
no, that's
like
how the players
levers
control it, is they
rolling
roll the
randomly and stuff like
percentage.
that
No,
is.
that's how it works.
But I think once you figure out which lever does what, then it's just like, okay, well I want it to
No,
move,
they describe it
right.
as that the technology is so ancient that you can't just know how to control it after using it for a day. Or they specifically state that this is so ancient that it's complicated for people to understand. So that's why that's there. But I didn't want to sit there and fight you guys on it, so I didn't. I did for a little bit, but
Well,
then
I
I
mean,
was
I
like,
think you
fuck
made
it,
the
fuck
right
this thing.
choice because what's the
Yeah.
point of putting the thing there if it's uncontrollable?
Well, it's controllable, just through percentages. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just the technology was supposed to be too ancient for you guys to just come to a conclusion on how to use it. Yeah, but because that was Shori technology technically. But yeah. What do you guys like to do here?
Well, the stone. I mean, it must be powerful enough that they didn't just try to take it by force, right? They had an army. The guy
Maybe,
said, "No, I'm
yeah.
not giving you the key," and instead of taking it by force, they wandered off and built a dam somewhere. Building the dam was easier than trying to take the city or take the key by force.
Although if
Where
it's
is the
powerful
stone?
enough to hold off black dragons,
Yeah.
I don't know how well that bodes for us. I don't know. I guess we've defeated some dark dragons.
Oh,
We might be
That's
stronger than
upon
them.
debate.
the second two were beat up by spiders. We just found them.
Yeah, but if the spider beat them up, then that means we're stronger than the spider, which means we're stronger than them.
Ah, logic.
Where is the stone creature located?
A villager tells you it's the stone statue is parked in moorland. Nobody's ever seen it active before. It just sits there like a silent guardian.
Oh, that's way up there. Huh.
What, over by the lake?
Yeah, to the
Moorland.
northeast.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, Moreland? It's like way over there? Jeez. Um, I'm assuming that the people here need water.
Well, they
Yeah, water
told you they
seems to be a
have
common theme.
wells, but they're not really
Okay, that's
sure.
good.
Like their wells will last them for a long time, but if water never flows in this river again, should we leave? Like, I don't know. The townsfolk quite aren't sure. Right now, they're just waiting to see what the chief of Tuntar does. And then, yeah, it seems like a lot of them are sad about, like, the wedding not being able to happen.
Is the wedding plans due to the lack of water?
Um,
Or is something else stopping that from happening?
as far as we know, the bride from the other village is scared
Oh,
and doesn't want her wedding to be ruined.
Yeah, that is a concern there. So maybe we need
yeah.
to go and talk to this other guy and tell him to like, hey, um, but okay, so we can't just tell him to like let the defenses down, right?
Well, that's the trick.
But
We, if him having the key is the only thing that's stopping the Black Dragons from taking this place, then we can't ask him to give it up. We're not going to ask him to give it to the Black Dragons, and it would be irresponsible for us to take it. So,
but them having this thing active though is
It's only a matter of
causing
time before the Black Dragons overcome the power of this robot thing, right?
that's what I'm wondering. If it's way up in Moorland, maybe we should head up there and get it for them so that it's down at the village to help defend them. Is this one of the relics, though?
Who knows?
might be. But we need to get the water back to the people.
Sure, yes.
Before I'm
And
finished, I'm gonna dry this
this-
world up of water. There will be no more water.
Yeah. So hold on. The
Hmm.
reason that the water is not here is because of the activation of this artifact?
No.
I think the Black Dragons are trying to basically
Oh, okay.
starve them out. Or something.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Although they went up into the forest of Sarrow. It looks like the road to the Soundless Lake is on the other side. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe they just need a lot of wood for their dam.
Do we know that the Black Dragons went to the Force of Sorrow?
Well, you saw an army of footprints go there, so I think he was putting two to two together, but
Okay.
yeah, you're not sure on the fact of that.
Well, maybe we should just head north and have a look to see what the situation is. That might help us decide.
That's fine with me. I like travel.
It's just
Then
calming
we can
for
come back and see if we
Gigi.
can deal with the wedding.
How's your paranoia from all of this?
Well, I mean, we've only encountered a bear and it backed off when
That's
we backed
true.
off, so I'm doing pretty well right now.
Yeah, that's true. The world's not
We
that
haven't
scary.
encountered any more boars or snakes, which are the two things that I'm paranoid about right now.
Bears aren't so bad. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Bears are
actually
fine.
thinking like, a bear would like I don't know. I think Gigi would probably know like bears are not naturally aggressive unless you get like between them and their cub,
Yeah, I mean they're
or
territorial.
unless
though.
they're like certain types of bears.
If they're hungry.
If they're hungry, they're not going to attack a person.
They
They're going
typically
to
would, yeah,
find
attack.
whatever smells good. And if you happen to have
Animals.
food on you, then they might try to, yeah, like get your food.
Fish
That also
or
means
they'll
charging
eat
you.
berries.
I have no knowledge
way
of
to
nature.
poo, honey.
I couldn't even guess what goes through a bear's mind.
I guess I don't have knowledge of nature on GG. I probably should get some of
You
that.
guys are all assuming.
Anyway, this is a fantasy bear. Who knows?
But in the real world, bears absolutely will go towards for a human. I know this because I live in a country where we have bears, and I've seen it. So yeah, don't ever assume that a bear is not gonna go for you. So if you see a bear
Oh yeah,
in
no,
the
I'm not saying,
forest,
I'm not saying it won't. It's
yeah, but
not-
Matt said bears don't typically. So I'm just letting the world know for all my viewers out there, whoever run into a bear, don't assume that. Don't assume that.
Yeah, the number one thing you should do is back off.
Also, it's the
but-
kind of bear. Also, there are.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
more
mean, you don't want to
aggressive bears
rile the
going
thing up.
Yeah, no.
This
I
is
live
a
in bear
Pathfinder
country.
stream.
Lesser
I wouldn't take
Yeah.
any
aggressive side.
advice on
Oh,
bears
yeah,
from
no.
a gaming stream.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
From indoor nerd people.
Hey, I'm a country folk, okay, but I'm also an indoor nerd. I'm like half and
okay.
half. I don't know. Grew up raised on a farm out in the wilderness. But I spend all my time at a computer. You know what I mean. Mm.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, so you guys got a lot of things that you're becoming aware of. This world's kind of struggling. It's everybody's got their own little
There's lots
struggle.
going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like we have to be the ones to fix it.
Or do you? Do you have to be the ones?
It feels like we have the onus on us.
But perhaps if you don't fix it, maybe some other hero will come in and do it, right?
Sure. We'll call that our second party when we all party wipe.
That's what we should do with
Oh.
Tiberius's character. He strikes it out on his own, and then either makes things better or worse at random.
I mean, we can do one of two things. Heist 5 isn't going to be coming back. So, we can either
Not after that.
keep Tiberius in and I roleplay him, or I put one of the NPCs into your group, because I feel like just between the three of you guys, you may not be like strong enough
We
to
kind of need a frontliner.
handle.
well, he's our tank.
Yeah.
Or damage output, big damage output.
It's like I can scale encounters, but then that means that like I might lose some of the flavor of
It's gonna
things.
be hard.
Yeah.
I'm good with whatever.
So there are NPCs
Doesn't
in the
really
world
matter
that
to
you
me.
guys can pick up. For example, Nina. If you wanted to like go back and get Nina at some point, you could talk her into joining the party.
I mean, she's not like a melee fighter warrior kind of character though.
Out of
That's kinda
character,
what
you
we
guys
need,
don't
I
really know what she is, but she's a swashbuckler with a rapier.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
But she also can fly, so that's kind of good for her.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it would make
asked
sense to
Caffeine,
like
he said he
walk him
doesn't wanna
off right
play.
now, but we can certainly like have some dramatic moment happen or something, and then bring in somebody else. And Pluto said that he
I'm
might
good with
come play
whatever.
sometime in the future, so we always leave room
That's
for that.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Hmm?
Just tell Pluto to play with us.
everybody just
After
tell
the
Pluto to
holidays.
come play. Just be done with it. Your break is over. You know you want to play.
I think he'll come play probably.
Well, I don't know. I
After
mean,
the holiday
if
time,
he's
maybe.
tired, then he's tired, And I know what it's like, because when I have to go and play Pathfinder on Thursday and Fridays, like I've been working all day, I've been sitting all day, I've been getting bitched at by people all day. I'm tired. So like a lot of the times I don't really want to play, but then once I get going in it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm here, let's go. But like during the first hour, I'm usually like a grump fest. But so I get it. I get why he's wants to take a break.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. Play it by ear for now. We'll
Yeah.
keep going.
But yeah, that is an option, and there are other NPCs, like even a villager, the villager that you're talking to right now, you could be like, "Hey, come join our party." I don't care. I'll squeeze him in there if you want.
Yeah.
But I do have a one NPC limit.
Okay,
I will
so-
only NPC one, so yeah.
What are we gonna do about this town? I'm
What
looking
part,
at
the
it
water
a
part?
couple of ways. Yeah, just in general. So like, if the dark dragons are holding their water hostage, then would us going to the forest and dealing with them, would that solve that problem?
I don't know if we're going to take out an army, but it
That's also an
could-
issue.
That's kind of why I just wanted to have a look, like go to the mountains, just see what was going on. But the other thing is, we can go to Tuntar and talk to their chief.
Oh.
Maybe he has more information.
I think we should do that.
Okay, yeah, let's do that first.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we get a different story from him. It's like complete
Yeah,
opposite.
he'll say it's those people in Tantar that are the problem. You see, their chief has this key to this robot
Oh,
up in Moorland that he's
shit.
not giving to
Yeah,
the Black Dragons.
exactly.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Thanks for writing my story. I'll add that. Okay, so you guys go into the town the same day or
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so.
all right. As you cross the bridge and you start walking into the other town, you start to notice something different. All the people in this town
All the people
are
are gone.
cat folk.
Oh,
Uh,
so it's like cats and dogs. Okay. Kind of. Cats and wolves.
In the village, all the buildings and everything they're very similar, so it's almost like the towns were built with the same design. It's just you have adlets on one side, cat folk on the other side.
So do these two villages normally get along very well?
Do you want to
Oh.
ask around?
Yeah, I don't know if that might be a little bit too forward.
Yeah, you can certainly get a feel for it by slipping in some questions while you're talking to somebody. Yeah, go ahead and roll diplomacies for gather information. And this is something Tiberius does well too, so I'll go ahead and roll for him. Okay. You guys gather quite a bit of information in Tuntar.
those are good rolls.
You learn that the villages always did get along, but they always found it weird that the Adlets would always be in their town and the Catholic would always be in their town. So they were hoping that the wedding between the chieftain's daughter and the chieftain's son of each village would break that stigma
Oh.
and the villagers might like switch cities that they prefer to live in or whatnot.
That's making a lot more sense now. Okay. Yep. So we should make this wedding happen.
You know what? I actually agree with that. I think the goal should not to be like go fight the army of dragons. I think the first thing that we needed to do is visit the bride
If we
and
can get the
groom.
towns united, then
Yeah,
they'll stand together against the Dark Dragons.
no, I agree. I'm getting all of the JRPG signs from this.
Some more information that you guys gather is that unfortunately the wedding won't be happening because the chieftain's daughter is rebelling. So this guy's saying, and that the chieftain is refusing to give away a powerful artifact, and this villager in particular agrees that the chieftain shouldn't give away this powerful artifact.
Is it like a wedding gift, or what? What's the point of the
I
not
think to
giving
the
it away
Dark
to
Dragons,
who?
right?
Yes, the Dark Dragons are asking for the key to the stone robot, and the chieftain does not want to give that up. So right now, I think the chieftain's just trying to buy time, but we don't really know what to do. We saw how powerful that army was when they passed through.
Hmm.
I look over to Aranaxis and the others, and I kind of gesture with like I have two fingers up, and then like I'm slowly bringing them together and uh
Two
trying to
becomes
suggest
one.
that yeah yeah that they should unite to fight the Dark Dragons.
How big are these two
Uh,
villages?
They're towns, so they probably have like, I don't know, 5,000 residents per.
See, if the city of Nanya couldn't stand against them, I don't know what the towns. I'm I'm yeah, I'm thinking maybe bringing that statue down here so that it can
to
actually
defend.
protect the towns, defend the towns is the way to go.
Yeah. I. What do the? I
Is
guess we
there
need
any
to talk to the
sentiment?
chief, maybe.
Is there any sentiment against the two towns working together?
What do you mean? If you ask the
I think it's more
villager,
of a
why
like
aren't you guys working
traditional,
together?
historical.
They'll tell you that they're not fighters. But the chief also told the villagers of Tuntar. Tuntar's chief told the villagers of Tuntar to stand down and don't fight and to wait. So at the moment, they don't really know what's
Okay.
going on behind closed doors.
Well, let's talk. Let's see if we can get audience with the chief. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
And his daughter or son, she doesn't want to go through with the marriage. Was that?
The villager
Right, 'cause
that you're
she's
talking
rebelling.
to is telling you that she's being a brat about it. And that, yeah, seems like she doesn't want to go through. He thinks she's being cowardly. One thing I can tell you is that when you talk to the villagers of Tuntar, they seem to be more like, blessing and everything. Everything's a blessing. And then Tuntar seems to be a little standoffish, unsure, and maybe full of rumors. There's some things that you guys might hear that you may not believe. But yeah, it seems to be a little more. The people seem to be a little more confused about what's actually going on. So,
What's the chief's name?
one second. The chieftain's name is Mongan?
Okay. Would you be able to show us where your chief lives?
Sure. You guys get directed to the chieftain's house.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I guess
Head
we'll
head
see if we
head to the
can
chief's place. Yes.
knock and talk and Actually, can I order food now? It'll just be a minute or two.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a good time.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 minutes.
Yeah, so you guys head to the chieftain's house and you knock on the door. And
Mm-hmm.
somebody does greet you guys at the door, but they open it very cautiously as they like peek through, as if it's not like anybody's welcome. You know, it was more, who are you and why are you here? Kind of approach to it, and they're peering out at you guys and
Mm-hmm.
say, "How can I help you?" And it's a cat folk.
I was actually going
Okay.
to suggest either Guru, he's the one that actually has diplomacy. But
Tiberius does as well.
I I will say hello. We are travelers through here. My name is Aranaxis, and we had heard that there were some problems with the Black Dragons recently, and we wanted to discuss the matter with your chief and perhaps offer our assistance in resolving the issue.
The person looking through the crack of the door says, "The chieftain wishes to see nobody. Go away." And they close the door.
That wasn't very nice.
I give a concerned look to the others and shrug my shoulders.
Did you tell him what it's about?
I said that we were here. We heard that there was some issues with the Black Dragons, and we were willing to lend our assistance.
Hmm.
Now, I didn't mention this key specifically, but maybe somebody with a little more tact or diplomacy.
Okay. Maybe I knock again and I don't know how much information to give, but I consult the others. What if we tell the person that we're white dragons? Then that might make them more willing to hear us out. What do Boy and Aridaxis think of divulging that information?
I don't see any reason why not to.
Sure.
Okay. In that case, I will knock again and
Tiberius
uh,
chimes in
try
and
very.
says, "Weren't we warned not to tell people about who we are?"
Were we?
I don't recall.
Okay.
You guys
We
don't
haven't
remember
been very good
session
at that
one?
so far. I was going to say, we haven't been very good at that since I think we've introduced ourselves at some point as White Dragons to
To
pretty
a
much
number of
everybody we've
people.
met. Okay. With that in mind, then,
Perhaps we should say it concerns their robot. They might be
yeah, sure,
intrigued.
bring that up. I mean,
Okay.
sure, why not?
So yeah, I'll knock again and be like, this concerns your robot and the defense of the city. And I'll say it in a very diplomatic way, like we must speak to your chief immediately. It's for the good of all the people.
Um, this person seems particularly interested when you say, we know things about the robot. So they're like, 1 minute, wait here. And they shut the door. And after
Okay.
I don't know, 3 minutes or so, a good while passes by before the door opens back up, and the lady at the door says, "Come in, come in. The chief will see you."
Perfect. Okay, so we go in.
Yep.
Now they might be upset when they realize we don't know that much about the robot, but we're in, boys.
Hmm. And you're escorted into a room where you see what only could be the chieftain, because he's wearing like a decorative, stylistic hat. And you do see a girl in the corner. She looks like she's wearing, fine clothing. So you might assume that she might be the princess, or not the princess, but the chieftain's daughter.
Chieftain daughter.
Yeah. Because nobody else in the room really appears that way. But there are 3 other catfolk in the room as well. The one who brought you in, and then 2 others. And you don't really know what their status is. They're just in regular, everyday clothes.
Okay.
And he greets you and says, these are the ones that know about the robot, then? What have you to say?
I open my mouth and say nothing.
Oh my god. Uh. Well, we heard about your plight with the black dragons and that you have this robot to defend yourselves, but it is all the way up in Moorland? Um, and we ourselves have dealt with the black dragons in a few cities where we're travelers, adventurers, you see, and then we've helped other towns with their dealing with the black dragons. And we thought we'd see get more information for you on what your situation is, and we can help you. We can retrieve your robot for you, or we can help your people. We've done some infiltration missions into castles to retrieve certain artifacts for others. We just want to help if we can.
Perhaps some other town can use your services. We're doing fine. We don't want the robot retrieved.
I wonder why.
Aren't you concerned that they have cut off your water? That they've dammed your river?
Eh, my people will
That is
survive.
likely only that is likely only the beginning of what they will do to try and get what they want.
Well,
In Narnia, they took all the people. That's what they ended up doing. I fear the same fate for your people as well if you don't comply with their wishes or find a way to undermine them, as we have helped others do.
well, if that's the case, I guess the water problem's not a problem anymore then, is it? And the daughter, scoffs, and she, looks kind of pissed off, and she kicks back her chair, stands up, and, exit the room, and she slams the door behind her as well. He doesn't seem to,
What is it
heed
that
her any attention.
What is it that the black dragons want from you? Why are they doing this to you?
I don't know. But they certainly aren't gonna get it. Tell
I
me,
thought
what
they
do you know
wanted
about this
your
robot?
key to the robot. Only that it is a powerful device that could be used to protect your people.
That's technically an assumption we've made.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Okay,
do you
how
know how
about
it works?
Just lie your ass off.
Um, let's see. Let's roll a bluff check. Yes, I've used devices similar to it before.
He like gestures for one of his people to come up to him, and he does, and he like whispers into that guy's ear. And then they both turn and just face you and say, oh, then you know how the key works.
I'd have to examine it more closely to know for sure, but yes. And I don't know if you want me to roll another bluff or not.
No, that's fine.
What is happening? Whatever. We'll see. This may have repercussions
Well,
later.
I think our goal should be to get him to at least show us the thing. Maybe you should ask him if you could see it. You could tell him
well,
more
I mean,
about
that's
it.
kind of what I said, right? Is I'd have to look at it to know more. So if I can examine it, then I can give you more information.
What is the story behind how you came to be in possession of such a wondrous device?
Um. Uh. Well, you see, it was uh. It was handed down to me. From my grandfather. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Good old granddad.
Can I examine it to get more information about it?
Huh? No, you leave
The
our
key.
stone robot alone. This is none of
No,
your
not the robot, the
business.
key.
Absolutely not.
Oh. Oh, okay. Tell me of your daughter. She seemed upset, and I heard that the people wanted a wedding to happen. Why? What is going on there? It would be better for your people if you worked with the people of Tantar to defend yourselves against the Black Dragons.
She can have her wedding if she wants. She's the one that called it off. I don't care. It's not my business. And the Dark
Don't you
Dragons,
want
they're not
the two
attacking.
towns to be united? You
They
you
can
saw
unite
their
if they
army march
want.
through.
Nobody's stopping them.
It's only a matter of time before they do attack if you continue to refuse them, or unless you find another way to stop them.
Maybe. Maybe not. Perhaps we'll have to wait and see.
Well, when that day comes and you need help, then, we tried to prevent it. What we've seen from other towns is it will happen, and you won't stand a chance against their power.
Eh.
But united, perhaps, there's a small chance.
Like I said, they can unite if they want. Nobody's stopping them.
Okay, so out of character, this the chief is very overly nonchalant about all this. It's
He
very
kind of seems like a
strange.
chud.
Okay, so I feel like he's not really the person to talk to about this. I think we need to talk to his daughter, but I don't know how to do that.
We haven't actually talked to the chief of Tantar yet either to get
Yeah,
his
we haven't
side
talked
of
to the
this
other one.
situation. Yeah,
But we're talking to
Okay.
the cat chief, right?
Yes.
yeah.
The
Okay,
cats
so
are like this.
I'll ask the Tuntar chief. Perhaps we could have an audience with your daughter to ask her why she doesn't want to have the wedding and convince her otherwise, if you would permit it.
Mm, no, I don't think she wants to see anybody.
Very well. We will take our leave then, unless anyone else has any other things to discuss. But we will be around for the next few days if you change your mind.
Eh. Very well then. Ta-ta.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we leave, I guess. It's a very strange encounter with the chief, but
He seems very.
I have a couple ideas. So once we leave, I'll share my
I'm
ideas with the
I'm
party.
concerned about the situation.
Yeah. So it seemed like, based on the chief's daughter's display, that she does care about the people and wants to,
Yeah.
protect the towns. I think we need to talk to her, but if the chief won't let us talk to his daughter, then we should talk to the other chief and his son, and if we can get them on our side, then the chief's son would surely know a way to get in contact with the other chief's daughter, and then we can
That's a good idea.
if we can get the son and
Well,
daughter united on
you
our
know, the
side
people
to
don't really know what's going on.
true.
Wouldn't they have something to say about their chieftain not, being okay with doing nothing?
I think we should start by talking to the other chief, and if we can get him slash his son on our
Okay.
side, then that's good. If not, then yeah, then I think we have to go to the people because their chiefs are not leading them correctly.
That's a bold statement, but okay.
Yeah, by
I
whose
do agree with going to
standards?
talk to the other guy.
I mean,
By
Yeah.
by GG's philosophical standards.
Oh.
it seems like nothing is going to sway this guy except for the the word of of his people, maybe, if he even cares about them. He seems
Oh,
pretty, whatchamacallit. There's some disconnect here.
but they still must have some kind of leverage. I mean, even though the statue's not here, again, the Black Dragons are going through the trouble of building a dam somewhere else to force them to give up the key. So there's got to be more to it
Crazy
than
idea.
this.
What if he's the leverage?
You gonna kidnap him now?
What? He is the key himself? He is the key?
Whoa.
What if he's already made a deal with the Dark Dragons?
That had crossed my mind. Yes. But then what is going on? Like, why aren't these cities just occupied by dark dragons or empty of people?
Well, maybe it has to do with the other town. Maybe
Yeah, okay.
maybe one guy is already in their pockets and the other one isn't, but the only way to get to weaken both towns is to starve all of them.
Well, let's go talk to the other guy and see what he has to say.
Yeah, it's interesting theories, but I think we need to talk to the chief and get more information.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to Tantar. And, you guys learn where the chieftain's house is for this location. Shall I assume you approach and knock on the door?
We find out his name first, but yes.
You learn that his name is Kirky.
Honey, have you seen my car keys? Bad joke.
Okay.
Okay, then you guys approach and you knock on the door. And when you do so, the door swings open and there's a adlet there to greet you. They're happy, like a happy dog that just saw their owner come home. They have this very
Here.
passionate expression of happiness on them, and they're like, "Who might you be? Oh my gosh, we have new people in town," and like they like welcome you in.
Okay.
Much more
Different.
hospitable.
And there's a bunch more inside the chieftain's house, and the chieftain there, it looks like they're all having like some sort of meal. Not exactly a dinner or lunch or anything, more like a brunch of sorts. Just munching on random stuff. Um, and they all greet you in and invite you at the tables and to have a bite if you'd like. And on the table, it's pretty much just
yummy.
all meat. Just all meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a much better reception. I like this.
I mean, sure, I'm not gonna be rude. I'll have a little bit.
And the chieftain's like, "Oh, travelers in town. Did you come
Really?
to
I
tell
thought you
us
were vegetarian.
stories?"
Animals eat meat. Animals eat animals.
Yes, we can tell you stories, but perhaps the first story we should tell you is the story of how we met with the chief of Tuntar. And it
Oh,
didn't go so well.
what do you mean? Such a nice fellow. How is he?
We're concerned because he doesn't seem worried about the water being cut off.
Oh. Yes, I did hear that rumor. So it's not a rumor? What do you mean he's not
Alright,
worried?
I shake my head. It's not a rumor. There is actually no water in the river,
Well, we're
as
aware.
you can see.
Well, they're aware of that, but like about the king or the chieftain not caring.
Hmm. You guys should tell him.
Yeah, he seemed to not care about anything. The river being dried up, the wedding being put off. We told him we wanted to try and help, because we've helped other towns, but he wasn't really interested.
That doesn't sound like him at all. He told me that he had a plan and to wait, but all my villagers have been telling me otherwise, and here you are, strangers, saying that you spoke to him, repeating the same things they're saying. He looks over at another adlet, which you might assume is the son because he says, "So this is why she called the wedding off." And that adlet responds, maybe in more private time we can have this conversation. He seems like slightly
Mm,
like he doesn't want to talk about it among all these people.
yeah.
So the chieftain says, "Very well, later we'll talk about it." And but let's continue enjoying your company. And he takes a drink of whatever's on his table. It's,
Okay.
and it's probably not water, so
So
it's probably wine or
one
something. No.
one chieftain is like mentally checked out from the situation, and the other is kind of like a gullible idiot. That's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. Um, hmm.
So how do
They're
we
they're
help these people?
they're inviting us to dinner.
Yeah, they're welcoming us with open arms.
Yeah, yeah. Sit
Okay.
down. Eat up.
Like there's
I'm
nothing
curious.
wrong.
No, well, actually, this is still an opportunity because maybe we can meet the son and see what they're
That's a
like.
good idea. Yeah, he just said that he wanted to talk about it in private later, which maybe
Okay.
we should go to that.
Yeah, let's do that then.
So you guys plan on sticking around?
Sure.
He
I'll ask him what
asks you to
happened when the
tell
dark
you
dragons came through.
stories. Oh, okay. He'll tell you about that as well.
Yeah, from his point of view, what happened?
Uh, he says that the dark dragons swarmed the towns, but they didn't actually come into the towns. And the people were quite frightful. And a leader of sorts, I don't really know who he was, but he was very intimidating. Spoke with me, and from what I gather, spoke with the other chieftain as well. But we were not present together at the same time, so I don't know what conversations the other village may have had. But he made demands. He asked me where the key was. And to be honest, we thought this key was just a myth. I mean, yes, there is a stone robot in Moorland, but like nobody actually thought anybody had control over it. So we were confused. Um, and it seems like he believed us because they just left our village and nothing more happened of that. But when I spoke to the other chieftain of Tuntar, he told me that that man made the same demands and that he told him the same thing, and that they left. But he also told me that he had a plan and that anything I hear is probably not true and to just wait it out. So here we are.
Okay, so now
That's
now what I'm
interesting because
thinking
he knew about
that
the key when we talked to him about it.
No, no, no. But is he
yeah.
bluffing?
Yeah,
Is this a
that's
big
what I'm
bluff?
thinking now. I think nobody knows how to get the robot. It's just they know that it's there and that's their ploy is to bluff that they know how to use it.
Curious.
Okay.
But so I guess what should we tell him? that the other guy doesn't. We don't think he has a plan, and that nobody knows how to control the robot.
I don't know 100% whether or not he doesn't have a plan.
Because I mean, if his plan is to sit and wait, then that's not a plan.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Do not know.
I think we should express to this prince that the other chief's plan to sit and do nothing isn't going to help
Yeah,
either
when we
town.
told the other chief about the water shortage and the river being dry, and that his people would probably start dying, he didn't care. So whatever his plan is, he doesn't care about his people or your people.
You see,
So you
that
need a better
doesn't
plan.
seem right. Like, I know Mongan, and he loves his people. That doesn't seem right.
Perhaps he has been influenced some way.
When was the last time that you talked to him? Before, like, he told you he had a plan?
It was like 5 days ago or so. I'm not sure anymore.
Okay.
I think he's under some kind of influence of the Dark Dragons, because
It's a possibility.
the way he acted when we met with him is completely opposite of how you say what his personality is, how he normally behaves. I think they got to him. I think they're controlling him
Oh no.
or influencing him.
But I mean, I was gonna say, if they have like control over him, then I think that would change things. I think they just get what they want now. Yeah, not sure.
I think what
don't-
happened is
I
they
don't
thought
know.
that he knew where this key was and how to use the robot because he told them he did. But then when they got control of him, they realized he doesn't.
I guess that's a
And
possibility.
so they dried up the river.
But what does drying up the river do? If they know that
But yeah,
nobody
that's the
has
only thing
the
that
key
doesn't
here,
work.
To just try and get an answer from someone. Come forth with information about the key, or else all your people will die.
have they actually made demands?
He told me that, yes, the river would be dry until we gave up the key.
Okay.
But we don't have the key. What key?
Are there any legends or lore about this robot and some key to control it?
None that are believable. Kids
What is the
have their stories, but no, we don't
what
have
is
any
the
legends.
oldest building in your town?
Yeah.
This one. It was the first house built here.
And how is it that your people came to settle on this side of the river and the Tantar people on the other? Was that by coincidence? What's the story of the founding of your two towns?
Oh, well, they built it themselves. Our ancestors. As far as we remember, they had traveled from another land, upset of how things operated. It seemed like one place was always day, the other place was always night, and they didn't really like that. So they came and settled up here.
Ooh, intriguing.
And as for why the townspeople are separated, I don't really know. Like, my family interacts with the other village's family all the time. Surely the townspeople see these interactions.
Actually, there's a question. Because I have never met any people such as you before, and are your two people one? Are you both a single people?
What do you mean?
Despite your outward appearance, are do did your people live together before they founded the two separate villages? It sounded like they traveled together from the lands of light and dark.
You know, I never stopped to think about it. Hold on. Let me go grab something. And he goes and grabs, like, I guess a crudely bound book. And he opens it up, and it's like a photo album of just like drawings, though, instead, no photos.
Yeah, I see. Photographs, eh?
Yeah.
Paintings, sketches.
Yeah. And he starts flipping through 'em, and he's like, this belonged to my grandfather. And for the most part, you see a mixture of both Adla and Catfolk in like everything. There really wasn't any like separation.
Huh. And
He says, to be honest, I didn't even really notice it now until you mentioned it. Perhaps this wedding is what we need. And his son, he kind of like shakes his head, and you get the feeling that it's like, I already told you this, like, duh, kind of expressions.
Hmm.
I wonder what
Well,
happened. If the two people lived together back in the time before your grandfather came, then I'm curious of what happened that that led them to separate themselves. But that being said, yes, the key, the key in the wedding, perhaps one and the same.
Hmm. Well, I mean, we do need our water back. Surely our wells can't last forever. I mean, there is a river south of us, but it is a distance for us to travel. The dragons haven't been back since. I don't know. Do you think they're gonna come back? What are we supposed to do?
well, I mean, I would
I think they
express
will
that
be
we need to
back.
get your water back. We need to get your water back. We need to deal with the dark dragon.
He says, you know, when I was a boy, I went to that stone robot and I saw it. That thing is huge. Oh my god. That thing is so big. I had dreams of what it would be like to control that. I bet you anything that could destroy cities with one swing of its arm. I wonder if it can break this dam, you call it, blocking our water.
We haven't seen the dam. I'm not sure what it is we're looking for. But it sounds like if anything could do it, that would be it.
Huh.
But it sounds like it still doesn't matter until we find the key.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know anything about that one.
Hmm.
A number of adlets begin to excuse themselves because they want to go live their own lives and stuff. And as the place starts to thin out, you find yourself with just the chieftain and his son now, and you guys.
Yeah, finding this key is gonna be like a needle in a haystack if we don't have any other information or clues or legends about it. But okay, so like my train of thought is that we find the key, we activate the robot, we smash the dam, we get the water back for them. Then that's kind of problem solved. I think that the Dark Dragons would just kind of relent if that happened, right?
Well, I think okay. So especially if we use the statue to break the dam, then yeah. I mean, the dark dragons are already seem to be concerned that you know that that the statue could be used against them. So once they
Yeah.
see it actually used, I think it would discourage them from doing anything else.
Um, the son speaks up and says, I wasn't supposed to tell anybody this, but
Oh,
it
jeez.
seems like you adventurers know more than we do. And we are in a dire situation. My father here, he means well, but unfortunately, he does not have the full story. My bride to be, she knows where the key is. And she's putting off the wedding because she doesn't believe that's her father.
What?
And she's waiting to see if the Dark Dragons will mess up. She thinks they're plotting, spying. She thinks they're among us.
See, a thought
That's
that had crossed my
some
mind is
critical
that
information.
he was being enchanted or had been enchanted by the dark dragons.
And the Adlet chief looks at his son like, what? Like, why wasn't I told any of this? And the son responds to that and says, she wasn't sure if we could trust you either. But tonight, father, you have displayed that you are my father. And he pats him on the back.
I've always known you to know nothing, Father.
So, yes, my bride to be is rather suspicious right now.
That makes a lot more sense, at least. So we need to get her to tell us about the key so we can get the robot, bring it down, smash the dam. Yeah, easy.
That won't be so easy. She vowed to never give the key up.
Unless what?
There is no unless. That robot, she said, has proven in the past, long before any of us existed, to be too dangerous, and that any key holder is to never give up the key. Ever. So it's hidden. She didn't even tell me where it was. So I don't know. I don't know if she'll reveal that information to you.
Not to us, to you.
Is there not another way? Can we not just deal with the Dark Dragons without the robot?
Their power is beyond any which we have seen.
I kind of give you a look at that, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of like to go see what's going on before I make that assessment.
We might be able to take them.
They could be wusses. You never
Okay.
know. Like, just all wusses. They just
no,
look
but we have
scary
thwarted
because
their
of their
plans in the
armor.
past.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that we're going to be able to do so now, but, you know, have a look. see
Perhaps
what's
there's
going
another
on.
way we can sabotage the well. That doesn't require the robot.
If we can find a better way to approach this, I'm sure my bride would appreciate it.
Well, let us see what we can do then.
So we need to find her actual father.
Yes.
And the chieftain flips to a page in his little scrapbook of images and shows you a drawing of the stone robot.
Ooh, neat. Looks kind of cute.
You see the little door at its foot? That's how big it is.
Yeah, that's how big it is. Yeah, it's pretty massive. It's colossal even.
Yeah.
It's like an Artrosia statue. But I don't know, for some reason it looks like I don't know.
It's made out of brick.
It
Or blocks.
like I could totally see a smaller one of these. Just like walking around.
Mini leads. I give you mini leads. Pick one. Yep.
I think we go see the dam first, if we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be like a
That'll give us an idea if there's anything we can actually do.
yeah.
About finding the other chief, though. Where would they? Well, they might be just holding him at the dam. If that's, yeah, let's go to the dam. It seems like that would be a good place to look before we make any further decisions.
Okay. So you guys pretty much spent the whole day like going back and forth from the towns.
I wanted to ask
maybe
the chief's
the
son
next
if he wanted to
day?
go with us too.
The chief's son says, "Sure. My name is Bo."
Hi, Bo.
Oh, hi, Bo. I'm Guru Gigi. I'm sure. Actually, we probably introduce ourselves, but yeah.
I know it's been a while. We've had dinner with them and everything.
Sure. Bo will offer to guide you guys in the morning, as evening is approaching.
Cool.
Alright, anything you guys want to do in town, or before you rest, or just rest?
I think just for me, just rest. I don't think I have anything I want to do specifically.
Okay. They show you where the local inn is. It's really small. Usually the only people who come here are like traveling merchants that like pass through to get to Windia or to Romero and then down to the port. So it's not frequent that they have visitors. And it'll just be a couple of silver pieces this day of the night. Unless you want to
Okay.
sleep outside.
That's fine. I'll just subtract a gold and assume I maybe picked up a little bit more food too, or whatever.
Alright. That's gonna move the clock forward here. It's morning time. And when you wake up, you hear the sound of rain.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can buy myself a raincoat.
Okay.
I want whatchamacallit, I want a big oversized leaf as a umbrella.
Well, there really isn't jungles around here, so I don't know where you're gonna find one, but you can start looking if you want. Yeah, it's not a rainforest rain. It's just a September fall rain. But okay, you get yourself a raincoat. You protect yourselves from the wet.
Oh, it's okay to be wet.
Boy, don't mind. Jeez, Anaxes.
I just get like a little, I don't know, like a hood or something.
Yeah,
Maybe just like a little cloak.
I don't get anything. Like I'd have to like meditate out in the rain for hours. My body's just used to it, which I don't mean like if there are saves or something I have to roll, I have to roll them. I'm just saying like GG isn't used to being out in the rain and all sorts of weather, even in the cold. It's about separating your mind from your body when you're meditating, as long as you don't die.
An important
Sounds
distinction.
very scary.
Well, let's head to the north.
So
Okay.
if it starts hailing, that's where he draws the line. He will not be out and get hit by hail.
Bo meets you guys. And he says, I'm doing something here. Late last night, I met with my bride to be.
Okay.
And she
Maybe he'll tell us
said
something.
that she will agree to hand over the key to you to restore water to the village if you can return her real father back to her as she's still convinced that man is not her father.
I agree with her. I don't think he is either, based on what we heard from your father.
On the condition that you give her the key back.
After we
Alright.
are done breaking the dam, sure.
Yes.
Okay, then that's a deal. That's settled. We'll get her father back, and I guess the first place we're gonna check is we need to see the dam to see if if it can be broken by a big golem robot, or B, if her father's being held there.
Yeah, about that. I thought about that a lot. And when the Dark Dragons had left the towns, I and some of my friends followed, scouting behind them, and we saw that they went to the Forest of Sorrow. I have a feeling that
Oh.
if the chief was being held captive anywhere, it would be there. Because deep in the forest is an old keep, an abandoned keep, and perhaps they're occupying it now. No one dares go into the forest, however, because it's said to be haunted. And I, for one, believe that story. That place is scary. Every time I go near it, I just get the heebie-jeebies.
Well, we're your people to go and explore scary places.
Hmm.
We put our lives on the line so you don't have to.
Yeah. You guys are... You're
Well,
brave.
anyway,
But, I, on the other hand, will not
Boy
be going into
gives
that
him
forest. But I will show you this dam.
okay, yeah, Boy gives him a reassuring smile to convey that notion that we'll help you. We'll brave it.
Was the keep in the Forest of Sorrow, or just in that little light woods on the hills north of Tantar?
Oh,
Or up in the Soundless Lake?
the abandoned keep is said to be in the forest.
Okay.
Nobody I actually know has seen it, but it's kind of just common knowledge, I suppose. I don't know why we know that. But that is where they all went to. So I can only imagine it's something's in there. But this way, and he'll take you across the bridge and take you up the road.
Okay.
And an entire day passes, and you guys stop to camp.
Is it still raining?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think we're doing the right things, guys. The weather is getting darker.
Is that a good sign?
It usually is. I mean, it's not like a good sign, but that tells us we're headed in the right direction.
The gloomier it gets, the more correct we are about where we're going.
Yeah.
So you guys set up camp and you do your watches, and there's no threats in this area, it seems like. So you guys are good, and the next day comes around. And you guys arrive to a cave, but instead of going into the cave, he starts to lead you around some of the hills here till you reach the river, where the river kind of goes between two mountains, and it looks like anybody can roll a knowledge arcana if they got it. Knowledge arcana, anybody?
I got that one.
Up on that one.
Looks like to Aranaxis that somebody, perhaps many people, or somebody just took a long time to do it, or I don't know, who knows, but it looks like it might be stone shaped into a crude dam blocking the water.
Oh, okay.
You think magic caused this? And he says, the water seems to be exiting the lake to the north now, instead of here because of this dam.
I hadn't even considered where is the water going before. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, all this fresh water is just going straight into the ocean now. Wasted. But good thing it's raining right now, that we can hopefully collect some of this water.
True.
Does anybody have engineering?
No. I should take that sometime. But you're thinking like create some kind
Oh,
of
wait.
water reservoir.
I do. Just a sec. Haha. I know how to build things. How sturdy does this dam look? Is it something we could deal with ourselves, or would it require more manpower than we currently have available?
More manpower than you have.
Okay. So this is beyond us to get rid of at this point in time.
Yeah. Just imagine like 10 wizards came in and they all worked together to make this over the course of a day.
If they were all first level, that wouldn't be much of an accomplishment.
Well, okay, you don't know their level, but this dam, crude as it is doing its job at least.
Yeah, okay.
And then one thing you do notice is like when you get closer to this area, you don't hear sound beyond the dam where all the lake water is. You don't hear birds chirping, you don't hear water flowing. You do behind you everywhere else, but not like in that general area.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Wow, something scared away all the animals.
No, all the animals.
No, you don't even hear
Maybe that's how the
water.
bear was in the middle of the road.
Like it's almost like
Hiding
it's
sound.
muted in there. Yeah.
Some kind of magics. I'll detect magics.
No, you don't.
Can
detect
I
magic.
understand it?
Dang.
Allow me to re-explain. In this circle area here, in the lake area, when you look towards that area with your eyes, you typically hear things in front of you. You don't hear anything over there, not even water, nothing. There's no noise coming in that general area. But when you look behind you towards Tantar and Tuntar, you hear the normal sound of nature and stuff like that. So it's almost
Okay.
like it's mute or soundless in there.
Yeah. It is oddly silent here.
Yes.
Okay. That would be silly, Star Fox.
Yeah, I thought it was some kind of magic spell or
An
something.
illusion
but I
river?
guess I
Maybe.
didn't detect magic.
The
So you wanna
water
go
is actually
swimming?
there, but
Go
everyone
find
thinks
out?
it's not there.
If you take a closer look down into the dried up river, you see like dead fish and dead,
Oh.
like whatever things would have
Oh no.
lived in the water. Any
This is terrible.
fungi or
They're harming
green things.
they're harming all this life.
Yeah, yeah, it's all dried up and gone. Frogs included.
Not the frogs.
Mm-hmm. So it says, yeah, here it is. Oh. Can you guys do anything about it? He smiles at
I
you.
don't think so. It looks too powerful. I think we do need the robot golem.
Yeah, kind of frown and yeah, like self-disappointment.
We do have
Oh.
an option, come to think about it.
Okay.
However, I'm not 100% sure how well it's going to go.
We could really jostle up the dam.
Yes. Now, who is it that's with us right now?
So it's the four of us, Bo.
Bo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just give us a moment, Bo? There's something I need to discuss with my companions. It's of a sensitive nature. I'll just be like right over here.
You better not be
jeez.
trying to trick me. And he smiles and winks and then walks away.
Okay. Now, we have the dagger that does earthquakes.
Yeah.
My concern is, what would a giant wall of water rushing down the valley do to both of them? But
I mean, it wouldn't
We could-
destroy both of the towns, but it would like cause some damage, I'm sure.
so I could earthquake this dam using the power of the dagger.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that when you started
That's actually
hinting
a
it.
pretty good idea, yeah.
Now, the advantage of the robot is that we could take the dam apart, or try to take it apart carefully, right? So that we don't
Yeah.
end up with a giant wall of water rushing down through the villages. It would be, maybe we had the option of a little more control over how the dam came apart. But with the dagger and the earthquake, it would just basically be all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how irresponsible that would be.
It's a little more on the chaotic side, I'll say that.
So why don't we make that plan B? If we have to do this and we don't, for whatever reason, have access to the robot, at least we still have an option available to us.
True.
Yeah. I think first we need to try and find the real chief of Tuntar, which would be in the woods, right?
Okay. Why don't we do that then?
Maybe. Bo suspects. If not the chief, Dark Dragons, definitely. And maybe we could get answers from them. Well, you. I ain't going.
Yeah, no, he will stay safe here.
I can send another with you if you need, but I don't know. That place really is haunted. Oh. He looks all concerned about it. Should we head back? We still got part of the day.
Yeah, we can head back.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I don't think.
so.
Did we want to quickly, since we're here, check to see if there's anything weird with the quiet zone behind there,
Yeah,
or
that's
it's not relevant to the
strange.
plan?
He says, "Oh, Soundless Lake? That's how it got its name. It's always been
Oh,
quiet there."
okay. I should have clued in that the lake's name is Soundless Lake. Mystery solved.
Huh. You write it down on your map. Soundless Lake. He says, I don't know. Rumor has it it's because the gods caused it. I don't know. If I don't believe any of those mumbo jumbo things about gods. But some travelers pass through every once in a while. You know um, the skin folk like you, and he points to you skin people. Because none of you are fur babies. Says you guys, you always have stories. Always stories.
Do.
About things that just don't exist. But they're still fun to hear.
The funny thing about stories about things that don't exist is that they usually end up existing.
Nah. That's something you tell your kids. So they go to bed at night. They have hopes and dreams.
We won't discuss the goddess of destruction, which definitely exists.
No, they don't exist. Wink, wink.
Or
Yeah,
does she? I mean, you've never seen her. You've just been told these things. I don't know.
True. Then an awful lot of people are going through an awful lot of effort to collect a random assortment of objects that don't do anything.
Yeah.
And the adventure ends when everybody realizes that there wasn't even an adventure.
Both sides are all just chasing a story.
Hey, but the good news is you helped a bunch of towns.
Yep. That's our true mission.
There you go. All right. So a couple of days will pass. You guys will make it back to Tantar. This area is not dangerous, particularly because both towns are hunters for food. They don't really need water for farming. So you guys notice there isn't really any farms. So it's pretty much just meat, and more meat. So the area is pretty well maintained and patrolled of anything dangerous.
I'll sneak in a berry or two.
Oh yeah, there's
to
tons of
balance my
berries
diet.
that have like flourished to their fullest. They've never been picked in their lives. They're just like the healthiest berry bush one can have, other than what animals might munch at it, but yeah. Definitely good stuff.
The bears eat the berries.
No, the bears eat dead birds. So, you guys get back to town. Let me push the clock forward. Yeah, pretty much the whole day. What would you guys like to do?
Okay, so
And we're going to the
we're gonna
forest,
go
right?
into the forest. Yeah. So let's just prepare to do that. We're gonna
We
go to
were
the
told that
forest temple.
no, it's just eerie in there, right?
He's
Okay, yeah.
telling you it's haunted, and he seems scared enough
Yeah.
to not go. And you have a feeling that he's probably stronger than you guys. Like,
Oh, really?
he seems like he's a very skilled individual. But
Oh,
you
I don't know if
also
he's
get the sense
stronger than
of
all of us.
that well, maybe not all of you guys together. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he can kick your guys' ass one at a time. But you also get the feeling that, he's protecting himself as like the future chieftain of these villages and whatnot. So, putting himself in danger does not seem like something he's willing to do right now. If it's an option. But yeah, he does seem to have a fear of that forest.
That's fair.
So yeah, think of the woods as you would like to. Maybe Gigi's getting a little paranoid by his reaction to it. Maybe not. That's up for Gigi to decide.
I haven't been very paranoid recently. I think I need to be.
Yeah.
He tells you that yeah, if you're gonna go in there and you're gonna get the chieftain, the villagers will be grateful. Um, but
Well, they better be.
prepare to see the Eerie. I don't
Prepare
know. I
to
don't know
do.
what happens in there.
Well, I mean, I've got spells. I think the ones I've prepared will be appropriate. We'll see. I don't have any other like things I think I need to buy. I've got a pretty decently full inventory, so I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the funds I have available, I'm pretty much got everything I can afford.
Yeah, with my 50 gold I have, yeah.
Okay. So you guys are gonna head to the forest.
Yep.
And I'm guessing it's still raining?
Not today,
Okay.
but it will take you about
It was
2
like, you know
days.
what? If it rains at this rate, then it'll fill up the river, no problem.
Eh. No. Um, I mean, winter is coming, so it's not like they're gonna run out of water anytime soon. I think Romero's situation's more dire than theirs is, but um, so it will take you guys a couple of days to get to the edge of the forest. And sadly, this is where we're gonna actually stop session today.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. There's some things we gotta figure out.
Yes. And then that'll give me some time to kind of prepare this forest for you guys, and then figure out what's going on here. Also, we're not playing
Okay.
next week.
Yeah, I won't
Okay.
be here next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So is the second
Yeah, the
good
26th.
for everybody?
Second works for me.
Yeah, I think the second's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, there wasn't really much combat, but
I'm fine with that.
That's
yeah.
fine, yeah.
It's an area controlled by hunters, so like I don't know. It wouldn't make sense to have things everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, if you wanted to go into the forest before you went to Tantar, you would have maybe had an experience. Uh, it was an option. I did lay it out there for you.
Well, we're
Yeah.
going now to the forest.
Yep.
Okay. Have a good Christmas, everybody. And I will,
Yeah,
for
you
those
guys
that
too.
are celebrating, and I will talk to you in a couple of weeks.
Okay,
Yep.
so on the
Sounds
second,
good.
we'll see what happens.
Take care, everybody, and thanks for the game.
All right,
Yep.
bye.
All
See
right.
ya.
Bye.